Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Education, SOE, Bachelor of Education, B.Ed, English, second year, Courses on Enhancing Professional Capacities, EPC, BESL 123 Drama and Art in Education, Block-1 Drama and Art in Education, Unit-3 Drama and Art for Social Intervention. 3.1 Introduction. In the previous unit, we discussed the role of drama in raising a voice against social injustice and reflecting on various issues by using it as a critical pedagogy. We have also seen how a personal experience, an important aspect in forming our identity, is showcased through drama. We also discussed the role of drama and art activities in developing creative expression of a child. We know that the highest goal of any art form is self-realization, knowing, observing, creating. Awareness, all of which is developed via drama. As discussed in Unit 2, we have also seen how drama focuses on growth of an individual, a living and growing conscious individual, NCF, 2005. The previous units have also emphasized the role of drama and art in creating an inclusive classroom. Now in this unit, we will discuss how drama and art can play an important role in understanding social and environmental issues as well as in understanding of local and global culture. 3.2 Objectives. After reading this unit, you should be able to explain social and environmental issues through drama and art. Explain local culture through drama and art. Appreciate others' culture through their drama and art. Organize interactions with local artisans. Appreciate role of visiting exhibitions, local fair and local theaters, and explain global culture through drama and art. 3.3 Understanding social and environmental issues through drama and art. A teacher may face many challenges in discussing social and environmental issues in a classroom, but these issues can be explored easily through drama and art. For example, when a student is involved in a role play on some social issue, she feels ownership in a problem and automatically that social issue becomes more relevant. A teacher can involve students in various imaginary situations and environments which can create a new awareness for the students. Students in a drama perform the role of some other person and are not threatened by the problem because it does not seem as personal as it would in real life. Playing different characters in a drama can affect a student's judgment, provide insight into a problem, and develop better understanding of a situation. Dewey, 1985, believes the freeing of the artist in literary presentation is as much precondition of the desirable creation of adequate opinion on public matters as is the freeing of social inquiry. p. 183. Drama and art provide unique opportunities in the curriculum for enhancing learners' ability to handle social issues by providing outlets for expression, developing a particular perspective on an issue and reflecting on these real issues. Visual arts can be easily used for depicting social issues. Examples of some of the burning social issues are poverty, hunger, issues related to population, religion, education, health, ethnic conflict, immigration, etc. Examples of some of the environmental issues are pollution, use of natural resources, land use, extinction of species, and disposal of waste, energy issues, conservation, renewable and non-renewable resources. Let us explore how drama and art can be used for understanding social and environmental issues. A number of examples have been presented here for your better understanding on practice of drama and art. Assessment sheets. Worksheets are also included in every example. Example 1. Visual teaching aid in raising awareness about an environmental issue, deforestation. Fig 3.1. Visual teaching aid in the form of 4 pictures. Look at the screen. Reference: Deforestation, Causes and Effects in Chapter 17, Forests, Our Lifeline. Of Subject Science, Class 7. For teaching topic Deforestation, Causes and Effects, Science teacher prepares a visual teaching aid consisting of 4 pictures. The first picture shows the environment as in a forest where plants and animals live together in an interdependent relationship. The next picture consists of a man cutting down a tree, and then the causes of deforestation are also explained in a pictorial manner. Thereafter, in the third picture, we can see the effects of deforestation. And then in the last picture, an individual's role in the conservation and protection of forest is shown. Such visual aids can help in making teaching learning fun. Example 2. Pictorial representation of water cycle and learning about conservation of water, environmental issue. Reference: Conservation of water through understanding of water cycle in Chapter 16, Water, a Precious Resource of Subject Science, Class 7. The pictorial representation of water cycle shown in Figure 3.2 traces the journey of 2 drops of water from ocean. First, evaporation of these 2 drops takes place due to sun's energy. Water vapors rise higher and higher and as a result become cooler. This cooling causes condensation. Condensation is the cooling of vapors until it becomes a liquid. As the dew point is reached, water vapors form tiny visible water droplets. Then these droplets form the clouds which collide, grow, and fall out of the upper atmospheric layers as precipitation. Some precipitation falls as snow or hail, sleet, and can accumulate as ice caps and glaciers, which can store frozen water for thousands of years. Most water falls back into the oceans or onto land as rain, where the water flows over the ground as surface runoff. A part of this water enters rivers, which ultimately flow towards the oceans. A part seeps down into the ground, forming groundwater. Fig. 3.2. Pictorial depiction of water cycle story. Look at the screen. Water management. Water is a very precious resource, and most of the water which we get as rainfall just flows away. This is a waste of precious natural resource. The rainwater can be used to recharge the groundwater. This is referred to as water harvesting or rainwater harvesting. A farmer using water in the field can also use water economically. A farmer can use drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is a technique of watering plants by making use of narrow tubings which deliver water directly at the base of the plant. Assessment of learning can be done by using the worksheet given here. Worksheet. Topic: Conservation of water through understanding of water cycle. Class 7. Suggest a plan of action so that rainwater can be harvested in your locality. Think, when does it rain in your area? What preparation would you need to start rainwater harvesting? What strategies would you use to minimize wastage? Regular cleaning of drains, desilting, garbage collection. Who should take responsibility? Who should monitor? Where should that water be used? Example 3. Role play to create awareness about global warming. Environmental issue. Reference Global Warming in Chapter 18 Pollution of Air and Water of Subject Science, Class 8. We know on the one hand, CO2 is continuously being released because of human activities. On the other hand, area under forests is decreasing. Plants utilize CO2 from the atmosphere for photosynthesis, thereby decreasing the amount of CO2 in the air. Deforestation leads to an increase in the amount of CO2 in the air. Because the number of trees which consume CO2 is reduced, human activities thus contribute to the accumulation of CO2 in the atmosphere. CO2 traps heat and does not allow it to escape into space. As a result, the average temperature of the Earth's atmosphere is gradually increasing. This is called global warming. Global warming can cause sea levels to rise dramatically. In many places, coastal areas have already been flooded. Global warming could result in wide-ranging effects on rainfall patterns, agriculture, forests, plants and animals. Majority of people living in regions which are threatened by global warming are in Asia. A recent climate change report gives us only a limited time to keep the greenhouse gases at the present level. Otherwise, the temperature may rise by more than 2 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, a level considered dangerous. Global warming has become a major concern for the nations worldwide. Many countries have reached an agreement to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases. Oxygen and carbon dioxide, both gases are talking to each other. They started discussing the issue of global warming. One student plays the role of oxygen gas and second student plays the role of carbon dioxide gas. And third student plays the role of human being. Moderator introduces the role play to the audiences. Oxygen, O2. Hello, CO2. How are you? Carbon dioxide, CO2. Hello, O2. I am good. O2. Yes, I see you everywhere these days. CO2. Dear O2. Thanks to the human community for this. They burn fossil fuels, cut trees and do many other things which increases my presence everywhere. O2. Oh. I know that and I also know that increase in your amount leads to increase in temperature of Earth. CO2. Yes, this is the saddest part of the story. I am increasing and hence temperature of Earth is also increasing. O2. But how come you are responsible for that? CO2. Look O2. My primary function is trapping outgoing sunlight suns radiation which gets reflected from Earth's surface. O2. Okay, so your increased amount leads to increased trapping of outgoing sun's radiation. CO2. And the atmosphere of Earth gets overheated leading to increase in its temperature. This is called global warming. O2. So ultimately humans are responsible for this global change. I think they should take some preventive measures. O2. Yes, I see you everywhere these days. CO2. Dear O2. Thanks to the human community for this. They burn fossil fuels, cut trees and do many other things which increases my presence everywhere. O2. Oh. I know that and I also know that increase in your amount leads to increase in temperature of Earth. CO2. Yes, this is the saddest part of the story. I am increasing and hence temperature of Earth is also increasing. O2. But how come you are responsible for that? Co2. Look O2. My primary function is trapping outgoing sunlight suns. Radiation which gets reflected from Earth's surface. O2. Okay, so your increased amount leads to increased trapping of outgoing sun's radiation. Co2. And the atmosphere of Earth gets overheated leading to increase in its temperature. This is called global warming. O2. So ultimately humans are responsible for this global change. I think they should take some preventive measures. Human being enters the room and then turns towards O2 and Co2. Human being, well, humans have signed many treaties and agreements. O2. What kind of treaties and agreements are signed by you? Example 4. Role play to create awareness about social issue, gender. Stereotypes which are commonly visible in Indian society. Refer, Creating Stereotypes in Chapter 2, Diversity and Discrimination of. Subject Social Studies, Class 6. We are born different and unique. We differ in complexion, speak different languages, belong to different religions and follow different traditions. In our society, we must have heard elders saying that boys do not cry, girls must learn cooking. Girls should opt for soft career options like teaching. These are called gender stereotypes, making generalizations about the characteristics of an entire group based on gender. Teacher calls some tall boys of the class for hanging the charts on the wall. T. Boys, please hang the charts on the wall. T. I have to give names of the students from the class for various co-curricular activities. T. Raise your hands if you are interested in sports activities. G1. Teacher, please write my name for basketball. T. But you are a girl. Girls should participate in music, dance, knitting, etc. T. Hoping to get names of boys for basketball. Boys, please raise your hands. B1. Teacher, I would like to learn Bharatnatyam dance. I really love it. T. Are you in census? Boys do not look nice doing Bharatnatyam dance. B1. Starts crying. T. Boys do not cry. Do not cry. Were you never told this by your parents? At home. This small role play can be followed by a discussion on gender stereotypes in the society. Worksheet. Topic: Creating Stereotypes. Class 6. 1. Revisit your school days and share your experiences about gender stereotypes. 2. What is the impact of gender stereotypes? 3. Why are women expected to be pretty? 4. Are family care and domestic responsibilities shared equally by men and women in your family? Example 5. Role play to create awareness about environmental issue, clean India, Green India. Reference, Vermicomposting in Chapter 16, Garbage in, Garbage out of subject. Science, Class 6. Here we are presenting the story of Sapna in the form of a role play. Sapna is visiting her grandparents' house in the village. She is very excited to meet them because she enjoys their company. Carefully read the following conversation. Sapna, running around the mud house, Grandma, where are you? An old lady walks out of the house with a stick in one hand. Grandmother, oh, look who is here. How tall you have grown, Sapna. Hugs her fondly. Sapna, where is Grandpa? Grandmother, He has gone to the village panchayat meeting. He will be home soon. In the meanwhile, you can change and wash your hands. I have prepared your favorite dishes for lunch. Sapna meets her grandfather and goes for a walk with him in the village. Sapna, Grandpa, what is this foul smell? Grandfather, it is coming from the garbage dump. Pointing towards the heap of garbage lying near the road. Sapna, why is the garbage lying on the road? Don't you have a compost pit in the village? Grandfather, what is a compost pit? Sapna, it is a pit where we can convert plant and animal waste into manure. This not only helps in keeping our surroundings clean, but the green manure can be later used in the crop fields too. Grandfather, what about the garbage from the kitchen? Sapna, you can also put fruit and vegetable peels, eggshells, waste food in the pit. Grandfather, is that how you collect the garbage in the cities? Sapna, in the city, we have two separate dustbins in our colony. We call it the dry waste and the wet waste. The green one is used to collect kitchen and other plant or animal wastes. The blue bin is used for materials that can be used again, such as plastics, metal, and glass. Grandfather, that is a very good idea. I will discuss it in the meeting tomorrow. Next day, at the village panchayat meeting. Grandfather, I have an idea to keep our village clean and disease-free before the onset of monsoons. But I need your help. Villager 1, how can we help? Asking curiously. Grandfather, first of all, we have to stop throwing garbage anywhere we like. Villager 2, where do we throw it then? Grandfather, we dig a pit and put it in there. Villager 2, I don't understand. How will that solve the problem? Grandfather, the garbage will mix with the soil and turn into manure to grow rich crops for us. Villager 3, thinking, that will also help us save the money we spend on chemical fertilizers. Grandfather, we also have to stop burning the crop waste. This produces smoke and gases harmful to our health and the environment. Villager 1, when do we start? Grandfather, if you all agree to this, we can start tomorrow. The villagers all answer in unison and promise to keep their village clean. Hope the roleplay must have developed the concept of vermicomposting and clarified the doubts of the students. The students can be asked to do the worksheet as given here. Worksheet. Topic: Vermicomposting. Class 6. Given below are items we usually find in the garbage. Sort the garbage items in the respective dustbins. Banana peels, eggshells, leftover bread, tea leaves, newspapers, dry leaves, paper bags, pieces of torn clothes, polythene bags, broken glasses, aluminium wraps, old shoes, broken toys, old invitation cards, bottles, shoes, toothbrushes, combs, cow dung, coconut husk, wool. 3.4 Understanding local culture through drama and art. In this section, we will discuss how drama and art can help us in understanding local culture. First, let us understand the meaning of culture. The first highly influential definition of the term culture came from Edward Taylor, 1871, who defines culture as that complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, morals, and law, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of society. Elwood, 1927, says that culture includes man's entire material civilization, tools, weapons, clothing, shelter, machines, and even system of industry. The culture of people is the way of life of those people, the things its people value, the things they don't value, their habits of life, their work. Of art, what they do and what they like. By material elements is meant the whole of man's material civilization, tools, weapons, clothing, machines, and industry. By non material elements is meant language, art, religion, morality, law, and government. Anthropologists often view culture as a mental template or blueprint by which life is to be conducted. Human beings need culture because their genetic endowment does not provide a complete program for coping with the totality of experience that can be had in the world. Whereas animals operate almost exclusively on their instincts, this is not the case for humans. Humans rely heavily on the accumulated learnings of others encoded as culture. The culture could be individual personal culture, personal traits such as likes, dislikes, interests. Modes of thinking and patterns of social behavior constitute individual personal culture. Local communal culture. Similarly, different communities have their different customs, traditions, beliefs, and styles of living, which is known as local community culture. National culture. Each nation has some distinct patterns of ideals, values, modes of thoughts, and behavior. Such national traits are known as national culture. World global culture. Today life is not limited by geographical boundaries. World has shrunk into a unit due to use of technology. In the 21st century, we are growing in a transformed world or growing up globally. We are sharing common values of life such as cooperation, empathy, sympathy, social services, social awakening, and social sensitiveness, which is termed as world global culture. Art and drama activities help to reveal and enhance the identity, the unique meaning and character of a community. Understanding of our own culture and a sense of identity is a prerequisite for showing respect for diversity of cultural expression and openness towards other cultures. In the next section, we shall be discussing how drama and art can help in understanding the local community. Culture 3.4.1 Role of art in enculturation. Enculturation refers to the process through which we learn about the culture we live in. Through enculturation, we learn what behaviors, values, language, and morals are acceptable in our society. We learn by observing other members of our society, including our parents, friends, teachers, and mentors. Enculturation is learned through communication in the form of speech, words, and gestures. We also learn through the unique images, objects, places, and experiences that are characteristic of different cultures. Art forms convey a lot about a particular culture. These art forms are used as outlets for expression, voices for change, and also as creativity for giving life to new ideas. Learning about different art forms helps in the process of enculturation, thereby passing on the existing culture to the next generation. A work of art also has multiple meanings, including the artist's embodied meanings. Because of its nonverbal nature, discussions about works of art or craft are, of necessity, acts of translation. The deciphering of their meaning depends not only on the ability to think philosophically and to express these thoughts coherently, but also on the understanding of the cultural conventions that the works of art or craft refer to, as well as the understanding of the cultural context in which they had been created. Robert and Williams, 2005. Art forms provide opportunities to think and unfold the new deeper layers of meanings. These enriched experiences can become part of our thinking repertoire as reference points and resources. Let us visit Bhimbetka caves in Madhya Pradesh. While traveling from Bhopal to Hoshangabad, what can we learn from these cave paintings? When were these made? Can we learn something about the life of man from these paintings? Bhimbetka Caves, oldest art gallery. The way the paintings were made over the period of time gave the archaeologists the insight into the progression of the Homo sapiens also. Bhimbetka Caves are considered as the oldest art gallery of India. These cave paintings dating back to approximately 30,000 years. These rock shelters were home to humans millennia ago. These caves are surrounded by rich flora and fauna. Bhimbetka has 243 rock shelters. The paintings found in the rock shelters here have a striking resemblance to the ones discovered in Kakadu National Park in Australia, to the cave paintings of Bushmen in Kalahari Desert and Upper Paleolithic Lascaux cave paintings in France. In Bhimbetka Natural Art Gallery, paintings are etched in red and white colors, having occasional green and yellow tints. The paintings depict daily life of the early men like hunting, household work, horse riding, animal rearing. These paintings provide glimpses of the life of the oldest dwellers. The colors used by the cave dwellers were prepared by mixing manganese, hematite, soft red stone and wooden charcoal, perhaps animal fat and extracts of leaves were also used in the mixture. 3.4.2 Cultural functions of drama. Drama makes use of a number of situations and settings, and cultural understanding develops due to sharing and negotiating within a range of these situations and settings. We need to understand that there are similarities and differences between cultures. Participants identify, explore, and express a multiplicity of diverse viewpoints and perspectives and new ways of being. Through authentic engagement in collaborative, communal drama processes and the negotiation and renegotiation of different identities in role, Anderson, 2012. Nicholson, 2005, O'Toole and Dunn, 2015. Storytelling, discussed in Unit 1 of this course as a dramatic form, has particular potential for exploring intercultural dimensions within drama classes. For example, a teacher can start the class with a tale to 2-3 minutes and then can encourage the students to tell a tale, folk tale, from their culture. They are given sufficient time to think and rehearse. They can share their tale with their friends. Sharing stories in the classroom increases their confidence level and they get an opportunity to learn about others' cultures as well. Learning about Bishnoi community through storytelling. Bishnois of Rajasthan believe in just one religion, i.e., conserving nature. This religion is 500 years old and followers are over 10 lakhs. For these 10 lakh people, protection of all living beings is a way of life. We can visit Jodhpur to find these followers. This religion was founded by Lord Jambheshwar, who is believed to be an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, the preserver of all that's created on earth. The life of Bishnois is governed by 29 principles, but the most important of them all is Prandaya, or compassion for all living things. For close to 525 years, every Bishnoi, young and old, has lived and even died for this spirit of compassion. The Bishnois consider trees as sacred, but their empathy extends to every living being on Earth. So they protect the entire ecosystem that exists in their villages. Animals like blackbucks and chinkaras, and birds like vultures, partridges, peacocks, and even the endangered great Indian bustard find the Bishnoi village a safe haven. After learning about Bishnoi community of Rajasthan through storytelling, let us now learn about the matrilineal system prevalent in Meghalaya state. Patrilineality is the system which is mostly followed in the world. In this system, father's family name is adopted. But in matrilineality system, the origin is traced through the mother and her ancestors and usually inherit property. The Khasi, Jantia and Garo people, along with the Nair and Bant castes, practice this unique system and form one of the biggest communities in the world that believes in matrilineality. Students can be familiarized with this unique system of matrilineal society through storytelling or through dramatization. Meghalaya, the matrilineal society. Meghalaya lies in the extreme northeastern region of India. It is the only state in the entire northeast which is matrilineal and takes the identity solely from the mother. Meghalaya women are very lucky in this way because they are treated with equal rights, but the head of the family is always father. The occurrence of illegitimate child or child abandoning in this society is rare except for a few stray cases. Offsprings, whether male or female, are treated alike. On the whole, the society is unique, devoid of complexes and the much feared and dreaded bride burning or dowry system. In this matrilineal society, let us take the Khasis for example. The blood relations on the mother's side are known as the cognates, Kikur, and agnates, Kikha, refer to the paternal side. The cognates trace their origin from a common ancestress and their lineal descent is from mother to daughter, just the opposite from other societies. Marriage is also strictly exogamous, i.e., outside the cognates. There cannot be a greater sin ever committed than an intimate physical relationship between members of the cognates, which is an unforgivable sin. In the olden days, violation of such an act was considered sacrilegious, and the persons involved were ostracized. 3.4.3 Interactions with artisans. Looking at the socio-economic and cultural diversity of the country, it would be all the more essential for the schools, parents, and teachers to be able to use the local regional arts and craft traditions, both visual and performing, in the developmental stages of school education. All the schools should provide experience to children to work with the community beyond the four walls of the school. Insert 2008. One way of doing this is to provide opportunities to children to interact with local artisans. Artisans invited from the community or from far-off areas can conduct workshops and help students in learning about our culture. Theoretical understanding about designs, crafts does not help in learning them. Working with our hands makes us aware of different patterns, symbols, and also connects with our culture. When we see any traditional design in a craft work, we observe various geometrical shapes, motifs, colors, and learn about their meaning in a particular craft work, and through them we connect with the culture. In schools, students can be made to connect with craft work by inviting artists for workshops on Madhubani paintings, Worli art, weaving, embroidery work, puppet making, pottery, tie and dye, candle making, and ceramic making, etc. Encouraging students for making rangoli and alpana during various celebrations. At home or school, creating mosaic work on walls by using glass, stone, and tiles, and celebrating state weeks or state day in the school where students of every house can depict folk dance, art forms related to state theme allotted to that house, arranging lively meetings of students with artists and creators and exposure to their works and cultural environments are other ways of making students aware of their culture. These activities help them become aware of the basis of the practice of art and their cultural environment. They develop a deeper understanding of artistic works. 3.5 Understanding global culture through drama and art. After discussing the role of drama and art in understanding of local culture, we will be discussing role of drama and art in understanding of global culture. In this section, why do we need to understand global culture? Human life is no longer limited by geographical boundaries as the world is changing rapidly. Technology made dissemination of information anywhere and anytime. Arnett, 2002, has argued that young people worldwide now develop a bicultural identity that integrates their local identity with new elements derived from their exposure to an interpretation of global culture. Therefore, understanding of global culture is also required along with the understanding of local culture. Let us discuss the role of drama and art in understanding of global culture. Art forms can open a dialogue between diverse groups, thereby providing a safe haven for engagement. It acts as a bridge between diverse cultural groups. Art forms provide voice to those who are never heard. The art forms are derived from the surroundings. What is going around us? What materials are accessible? When children are exposed to art forms they have never seen and make connections, then it opens up doors to new forms of learning, e.g., Greek pottery, Persian art of calligraphy, and terracotta army in China. Art forms are created by different artists belonging to different cultures. An artist chooses to share an experience with others even if they perceive the world in radically different ways. What makes it worthwhile that you decide to share this experience with others? Art provides you an opportunity to disagree, and these disagreements are celebrated. Artwork provides nourishing grounds to intuition, uncertainty, and creativity, and to search for new ideas. Artists from different communities have one similarity, that they all look for unconventional ways for approaching conventional problems existing in the society. Therefore, art can engage the world to change the world. When we visit any art museum or art exhibition where artists from different parts of the world put up their work, the art forms bring us together to share, discuss, and thereby making us more tolerant of differences and of one another. The encounter with art and with others over art can help us in understanding others and also expands our notions of we. Let us take the example of painting Mona Lisa, created by the Italian painter, draftsman, sculptor, architect, and engineer Leonardo da Vinci, probably the world's most famous painting. This painting is one of the most discussed topics in the works of art. A renowned Indian painter M. F. Hussein's artwork drew inspiration from epics such as the Mahabharata and Ramayana and characterized gods and goddesses in modernist style. Example 6. Ukiyo Art of Japan. Reference: Print in Japan, in Chapter 8, Culture and the Modern World. Of subject Social Science, Class X. Kitagawa Utamaro, born in Edo in 1753, was widely known for its contribution to an art form called ukiyo, pictures of the floating world, or depiction of ordinary human experiences, especially urban ones. These prints then traveled to US, Europe and influenced artists like Monet and Van Gogh. The paintings inspired artists in many countries, and especially breaking the barriers in the field of art. This art was appreciated due to their beauty and small size. Artists in Japan produced woodblock prints and paintings of such subjects as female beauties, kabuki actors and sumo wrestlers, scenes from history and folk tales, travel scenes and landscapes, flora and fauna, and erotica. Retrieved from https://n Wikipedia org Wiki Ukiyo on October 10, 2017. Student engagement. Students can be given a project to collect information on ukiyo art which originated in Japan and how it influenced art and artists in other parts of the world. These artworks introduce students to a shared heritage and enable them to understand the role of art in society. These artworks produced by artists symbolize worldviews, reflecting traditions and vision of the artists regarding universal or contemporary problems of the society. Storytelling can also play an important role in making students aware of the global culture. Storytelling as a dramatic form can make audience aware of histories, religions and cultures across the world. Audience can learn about the histories, beliefs, values and identities of others in the form of a story that brings them closer to that cultural group. E.g., culture of United States is shaped by the cultures of Native Americans, Latin Americans, Africans and Asians, and that's why it is one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world. But the most important part is developing empathy, tolerance, cooperation, feeling of sharing and social sensitivity towards each other. 3.6 Summary. In this unit we discussed how drama and art can play an important role in understanding social and environmental issues. Drama and art provide unique opportunities in the curriculum for enhancing learners' ability to handle social issues by providing outlets for expression, developing a particular perspective on an issue and reflecting on these real issues. Visual arts can be easily used for depicting social issues involving students in environmental or social issues. Through visual or performing arts develops in them a sense of responsibility. Drama and art can also be used for developing an understanding of local as well as global culture. Different art forms convey a lot about a particular culture. These art forms are used as outlets for expression, voices for change, and also as creativity for giving life to new ideas. Learning about different art forms helps in the process of enculturation, thereby passing on the existing culture to the next generation. Thank you for watching. We will see you